Hello everyone, and welcome to The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I have been eager to create something for a while now, and I couldn't really figure out what to do, so we're gonna do the easiest thing I can think of, which is Eden runs in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, because that does not physically require me to be awake. We're just gonna have some fun, we're just gonna chill out, we're not gonna worry about unlocking stuff. We're just gonna play the video game. And it has been a while since usually I really only play the Switch version of this game anymore because I've done everything there is to do in this game, and after that, you know, well, I continue, but I don't know, today I'm just feeling like it. Plus with the Switch version, it's more like, it's very good as like a travel game. Like you're just traveling around and you're like, I want to do something. And this game's perfect for it, because you just spend some time and you just try to get as far as possible. And that's exactly what the theme of this whole shenaniganry is, because it's a weird time right now, and I want to get through this weirdness. Also, it's going pretty well. Our starting items and stats seem to be very default Isaac with maybe a bit more damage. Also, I've basically forgotten most things. Like, I still kind of remember what some of the items do, but for the most part, it's gonna be a bit of a guessing game. And you know what? It'll probably be fine, but if I say things that are blatantly wrong, then that's my excuse for it. And I hope that everyone can find themselves in this excuse and not worry about it too much. But if I do manage to offend you in some way, then my apologies to you entirely. But for now, we're focusing on this widow fight. We're not worried too much, because this one just jumps around. Nothing to be concerned about. Dies instantly. We really did actually get a very good start for random Eden run, I feel. Because, you know, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. The fact that we can just move around, have some health, and an item that isn't completely crippling in some way, you know, all in all, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not dissatisfied with this at all. And with that, we move forward. I do kind of wish I was a little bit better at using the small item that I have right now, because I feel like you can do some pretty decent damage if you actually manage. Oh, jeez, what is this? Anyway, I feel like you can do some pretty decent damage if you actually manage to hit stuff with it, and I'm not really doing my best on that front so far. But perhaps I will learn and adapt. Because really, I feel like I haven't played around with much of the Afterbirth Plus items at all. Because I don't know, I just usually don't do stuff like this. Like just, you know, just a run to see how it goes and not worry about trying to unlock stuff. It's something new for me, and that's nice. It's a new way to get something out of this game that I only have like hundreds of hours in over various platforms. So I'm very happy that I found some way to get even more time out of this singular game. And I'm hoping y'all appreciate it. I heard some people try to use my videos to fall asleep, so if this video helps you do that at all in these current difficult times, then, well, great. To be fair, I also use content to fall asleep to stuff. Like anyone who's streaming, Netflix, any of that stuff, there's always something on when I'm trying to fall asleep, so I understand. But it's unusual to me that someone would do it with me somehow at the same time. Like, I don't know. I haven't been around in a while. That's 5 bombs, isn't it? It probably is. Where's the secret room? I don't know. But all in all, as long as I don't take damage to the boss, then I think I might get a devil deal and hopefully something good. And I can't wait personally to see how this is gonna end up. I hope y'all are excited as well. And yeah, I'm putting the absolute minimum amount of effort in this/these videos. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more after this, but I just need something to do, you know. I need something to spend the time with, and I'm not really finding anything else that speaks to me. So I'm hoping this works out. This is excellent. Let's at least use the scissors once. It immediately confused me. Like, even in this room, the moment I used the scissors, I completely forgot where I was, what I was doing, and what was going on. So, you know, that gives you a pretty good idea of how familiar I am with some of the things that are still in this game. Even though the scissors, I feel like I've been in the game since like day one as well. It's just one of those items you just don't really see, and when you do see it, you just don't usually take it, you know. So it was good. It was good that we got the full experience there. We got the 100% confusion within a second of trying to use it. So all in all, I'm not disappointed. Let's at least try and see if there's a secret room here, because I actually don't know where it would be. Maybe at like one floor up and then left. Most likely there, actually, because I actually don't think it could be anywhere else, but it's too late to worry about that now. We're already going to the next floor. So how's you guys' day? How you doing? I hope you're having a good time. Also enjoying a Curse of the Maze just like me, because that's how I like to spend my days right now. Everything's odd, isn't it? I'm back. The end. Odd enough. That's the whole description you're gonna get. I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. We'll deal with that later. But it's kind of nice to finally have a return to Isaac again after all these years, you know? And with all these years, actually it might have been years. Has it been years now? Where have I been the last decade? I actually have no idea. Sometimes I still get comments on videos that are from like 2009. I'm like, whoa, I don't even have a memory of making this. It's kind of strange how life catches up to you like that. But I'm not gonna worry about it. All in all we have to worry about is that our health is currently at a minimum, and I kind of need to pay attention. But at the same time, we got 10 coins. There's no greed in this if this is a shot. It's not a shot, but you know, it would have been nice if it was. Still got the heart I wanted, so all in all, am I really disappointed? Not really. Should I keep this instead of Guppy's head? Probably, because I think, having not properly played this in a while, I can probably use the extra health. Do I really need the extra damage from the flies? Hopefully not. Plus we got the devil deal already, so maybe with the cat part that we already got, we could turn into Guppy, and then everything's gonna work out. And then we won't have to be worried anymore. Also, I forgot I took red heart damage, so my devil deal chances are down in the toilet. But, you know, maybe we'll get the flesh item, and then the toilet is exactly where we want to be. And that actually makes it a better idea than not having taken red heart damage. Fully banking on a system that does not work like that. That is called intelligence, and I am using it. And I hope everyone's proud of me. This room is not exciting. I hope to leave it as quickly as possible. Because these enemies take a lot of damage, and I just threw away all the damage I had. Was it a bad idea? Perhaps. Could I have avoided it? Yes, entirely. But that's okay. I like to live in a dangerous way like this. Trying to... Like, at first I was like, whoa, this damage is pretty good for a starting thing, and then I got... Well, I got Guppy's head as extra damage, I guess, but it would have been nice to get something else in there. I'm really trying to get these things to blow up next to that chest, and it's really not working out very well. But sometimes if you just try long enough and believe in yourself, oh, I need to not ruin this. I like that one. That's an item I remember. That one's actually damaging. That is a ridiculous thing to find in a place like that, but fair enough, I'll take it. And we got the bombs out of the chest. What a great day. Look at that. The moment you start playing this game again, everything starts to look up and nothing is left to worry about. Do I need... I could use a key here. I have the same amount of both things. Let's take that. Let's just try and focus on getting our health up as high as possible, as we are inevitably going to be fighting one of the horsemen on this floor. And it's probably a good idea to have health. Specifically more for the next floor, I guess, but still. So, should I keep the battery in the store? Probably. Maybe not. Maybe I should use it now, because then I can actually get a little bit more bang out of my buck. Also, go into the curse room real quick, because I just realized it's next to the secret room, and that's the level of speed I'm working with right now. It took me a full floor to properly look at the map and realize I could have had even more damage and health easily. And maybe have avoided the red heart damage entirely by just going there first. But how could I have known? Should I have gotten the battery before going to the curse room? Yes. Did I? Clearly not. But that's okay. Sometimes you need to get yourself taught a lesson, and then you'll be thankful for it in the future. Plus, I also just realized there's another big room on this floor. Oh, jeez. As I said, minimum effort going into this. I am barely looking at the screen, I'm realizing. But that's okay, because we are getting through this Eden run, not at a brisk pace, but we are getting through it, and that's all that really matters. Sometimes you just gotta try and play it safe. At first, oh, look at that, next room. No problem, we're gonna get an extra heart out of all this nonsense. Like, at first I was like, maybe I should do Eden streaks, you know? Like, where you try to get your winning streak as high as possible. And I even forgot to look what my streak is at right now. So, I'm hoping it was at 0 or a negative number, because then I can actually do the idea that I had at some point. And if not, that's okay too. I'm surprised I didn't take damage there. It's a good thing that the red one on the top attacked a little bit sooner than I anticipated, and then hung out for a while. Because otherwise I would have not had the heart that I would have liked. But maybe, now that we have taken this red heart damage, and on the next floor we'll have the extra chance, everything's gonna work out, because maybe that devil deal would have actually been better than the one I'm at right now. Also, this is the seed. I like to show it right in the middle of a video, because that way you'll know if people have been paying attention and want to play along from this point on, specifically. That's called terrible planning. And that's the theme for this whole video. Just abysmal planning. You just start recording and you hope something good's gonna come out of it. And if it doesn't, maybe the next one. Is there gonna be a next one? Again, I don't know. But I'm actually having a pretty good time with this right now. So maybe I'll do another one. Not today, maybe. But at some point. In any case, it's just kind of nice to get my thoughts out loud again. One of the things I'm realizing right now is that I don't speak as much. And it's an unusual sensation to have to be made aware of. Like, it's because we've been at home for like a couple months now, right? And it really only started hitting recently that I am just not really talking to people anymore. I probably, like, I would say, just focusing so much more on other stuff that I'm barely opening my mouth at this point. But that's outside of D&D, which I've started playing as of a couple months ago as well, because we had several people who were all looking for something to do at home, and we figured it out. It was D&D, just like everyone else. And it's amazing. But other than that, I'm just sort of keeping to myself, you know, and it's kind of nice to actually just open my mouth and just get some stuff out of there. Right now, I'm just getting all the garbage out, but maybe the next video will have some content that actually has some sort of meaning to attach to it. And either way, I'm having a good time, so I'm not gonna be bothered about it. The fact is, I am happier than I was before making this video, and therefore it was already a good idea to at least try. Even if this video never goes up, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe this will be the one and only Isaac video this year. It's all still a mystery to me. And I like to keep it mysterious until the mystery is solved by sheer action rather than words. And really, I'm just not trying to pigeonhole myself into saying I'm gonna make more stuff and then just disappear for another half year, like I've been doing. Because I feel like that's not a very nice thing to do. And I'm trying to be better. What is this? Oh, this is the thing where you take damage and then you get like a shield thing, isn't it? Again, I forget most things from this game. It really has been a while. Oh, jeez. Okay. Careful now. I'm really actually trying to remember when the last time was I played this game, because the nice thing about this game is that if you're used to it, it is very easy to pick up again. You just start it up and you just go. And if you're used to how this game controls, it's just like riding a bike, you know? Like I took some more damage in the basement than I probably should have. Wasn't even a basement. Took some more damage in the caves than I probably should have, but all in all, I'm feeling like this run's going reasonable. Outside of that one room, I didn't know where the 3 bombs were coming towards me with all the spiders in it. But again, that was the one room where I really took some proper damage. So that's called learning about Isaac again after all these years. I could mess around with mods at some point if I'm gonna do stuff like this. There's a lot of options available. I'm curious to see if I'm gonna take any of them. But, you know, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Huh. Did I need to take that damage? Yes, because I was bothered by the half a heart. And if I just don't take damage anymore, then I won't have to worry that I wasted half a heart of healing using my book. And therefore, again, it was a good idea. All these great things. So, also I should probably mention, you know, however 17 minutes, 16 minutes into this video, that I didn't start a new save file, because I feel like that's another one of those things where I don't want to make any promises right now about what I'm gonna do with this, because my schedule's a fucking mess right now, man. I'd really just love it to just be something I have a good time with right now, and I really don't need something that's gonna make me feel guilty about not producing anything, you know? So we're just doing it like this. We're just doing it like this, and we're having a good time. And to be fair, that's what I'm having right now. And I assume that if you're watching this video, you've already fallen asleep at this point, so I can just say whatever I want. Ooh, that's actually a good boss to get at this point. Maybe I could check how much damage this little guy's actually doing. You know, if I actually hit at all, even remotely with that attack. It was not even remotely close, but that's fine. All in all, I'm feeling like this battle's going pretty good, even if I didn't figure out how much damage my buddy was doing. Where's the door? There it is. That's pretty good. I'm getting some great things right now. Definitely not disappointed. Would have liked more guppy pieces, but all in all, I'm feeling this build. This build's gonna keep me alive, and that's really the only thing I need. I got full health. I got something that regenerates my hearts. I could go for a slightly bigger meat person. Bandage girl, that's the one. That's the name I was going for. I got so many options. I can make my range go down. That doesn't really affect me too much, so that's fine. It's all good. Let's go see what's in here. The door finally opens again now that I'm at 1 red heart instead of an awkward amount of hearts, which is more than 1. Ideally, I'd like to get rid of this heart too, because let's be real. Red hearts are stupid. And I'm actually very infuriated that I have a red heart at all. But perhaps one day, we can sacrifice this heart to some noble cause or another, and then we won't need to deal with it anymore. And if we can get a shield type thing at around the same time, that'd be just lovely. I'd be so pleased with myself, the video game, and the current status of affairs. So preferably, that's exactly what's gonna happen. My plan has been laid bare, and I hope everyone's ready for it. I'm gonna take the damage, so I can recover the damage instantly with the singular black heart that's in this room. And then use this. Look at that. Did I even take any damage? Yes. Does it matter? A little bit. Because then I had to use the book, and that pretty much guarantees we're gonna find another horseman at the end of this floor. And do I really want a bigger bandage girl? Not exactly, but that's fine. So I'm trying to remember what things I have and haven't talked about my previous run of Isaac, which is at this point, who knows how many years old, because I know I definitely didn't record all of Afterbirth Plus, so I actually have no idea what I have and have not covered. But perhaps I should try and just wing it as we go along. Because let's be real here. You probably all forgot what I said in most Isaac videos at this point as well, because that stuff's old. That stuff's real old. Though I have heard that people still watch it from time to time, and that brings a little bit of joy to my heart. I have to say, actually, like, of all things, like, looking back at it now, right? It's actually pretty fucking satisfying to have, just every now and then, have a little comment that's like, oh, I used to watch this 14 years ago, and looking back at it, it's really been quite strange looking back. Yeah, it's just kind of nice. All in all, I'm not entirely disappointed with all the things I did in life, and that's I feel like that's a positive. All in all, some things I did in life had some value, and that's a good thing to know. And I'm hoping to one day perhaps create something of equal value. But I definitely peaked at a young age. But that's okay. I had a good time at that young age, and now I'm just living through my life. And let's be honest, my life's pretty damn great right now as well. Outside of the current misery. But, you know, that's something we're all sharing, and that way you can kind of talk in a way of, well, it's not that bad when everyone's doing it, but it's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up, innit? Look at that. This is called a build. This is called the first build after not playing Isaac for a while. It has to be something that's gonna just make itself work in some strange way. And I appreciate that. Which floor am I at? Depths 1. Alright, it's unlikely that we are going to make it to the boss rush, I'm gonna say. But perhaps with the extra damage that we achieved right now, I might be able to sneak my way into Hush. But I really have to get something a little bit more herdy, I feel, because I'm not really progressing that fast. Alternatively, I can try to just make a run for it, you know? That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Like, I guess I could just try and reach the end of the floor as quickly as possible, but I don't know. I feel like chillaxing. Do I really need to kill Hush? Not specifically. Hush isn't the most exciting boss anyone's ever faced in their lives, and not killing Hush is not gonna make me lose sleep. You know, maybe I should just try and get through this and see where we are at that point. Because we've already been... This run's already 20 minutes long. This is the longest I've spoken consecutively in decades. And having to go back to all this, it makes me realize why I usually had a bottle of water next to me while I was doing this stuff. Because you really start to notice quite quickly what you're missing out on. Could I have done that without damage? No. It was actually impossible. So I'm perfectly pleased with how that went. I kind of want to kill Hush though. I mean, it's... I don't really have damage. Like, if you can just stomp your way through Hush, then it's definitely a lot more fun than trying to make it work with whatever this nonsense is. Because I have large flies, I guess, and that's kind of cool, but even that doesn't really work on Hush that well, does it? So it's like, do I really feel very confident about this? We'll see. Should I go bottom right first? Probably. There might be an item room there. Am I gonna go all the way back if the item room is not gonna be on my path? Almost certainly. But it didn't matter in the end. Maybe we'll miss like a library, which would have been very useful. Because if there is an extra book that we can pick up right now, I think we get the occasional double shot. I should have picked up that thing. Should not have picked up that thing. I'm making some choices. But yeah, if I can touch one more book on this run, then my build already becomes a little bit better because of the transformation. And then I won't need to worry about my damage as much. And look, the library's over there. It's probably a shop, but what if it is a library? What if this has a full map exploration item? Or a Bible? I mean, that's an item. But I don't have coin. That's a thing I forgot about. Yep, perfect. I don't think it can actually be there, right? Like, this is one of those weird rooms where it never actually has a secret room next to it. So, but whatever. Let's see if we can find 5 coins on this floor. Personally, I have a good feeling about it. And I already have a better feeling about it now. And it didn't come from the thing I expected it to come from, but all in all, I'm not feeling too disappointed. I'm feeling pretty happy about it all. Should I try to get hearts out of this? I might as well. I have nothing to use bombs on from this point. It took one bomb to get... Sure, everything drops a heart. Of course it does. Didn't fall for it a second time, and that already makes me feel good about myself. So this... I might as well keep this. Get the bookworm, so we occasionally have a double shot. Have the Bible, so we win. Just have that battle go a little bit quicker. We unfortunately missed the boss rush, but that's okay. And I think we're just gonna keep going, because there is no tinted rock on this. Have we seen a tinted rock? I might have crushed one in the basement, but I actually don't remember at all now. I don't fully recall ever actually seeing one, so that's unusual. That's not something you see every day. Cool gold chest, maybe a cool cricket's head. Give me that damage multiplier, make this build a little bit more reasonable, because outside of health, we have... I mean, that's something, I guess. Not mad about it. Not exceptionally pleased about it, but it's something. It's something to keep the build going. Any extra damage is worthwhile in the end, but I still would have preferred the one that gave me a little bit more of the old damage multiplier, because... Let's face it, my damage has not changed much. Outside of the flies and making the flies big, it's all a little bit pants, but that's okay. We're gonna get through this. As long as I don't take damage anywhere and immediately notice the tinted rock that I was just talking about not existing anymore. Could have used my cool ball and chain, but I'll be honest, I forgot how to maneuver the rock, and I didn't feel like figuring it out. That's a good enough reason for me. I'm gonna use this battery, actually. Might as well have the extra flight every now and then. My speed is also just garbage. It's a very average build, and I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more exciting than this, but I mean, that's Isaac, you know. Sometimes you're just gonna get something that gets you through. And there really isn't much more to say about this build than, well, at least I made it to the end at this rate. Assuming I don't try to go to Hush or whatever the other boss's name was, because I forgot. The Void or something? That seems wrong. That seems like an item name. What is that? What is that boss's name? I don't know. Maybe we'll see, maybe we won't. I forgot everything about this game. I'm just pushing some buttons, and we're getting through it. Good enough for me. Let's keep going. All in all, it really is like riding a bike, though. Outside of forgetting what most items do. At least we're getting a lot of classic items. We're not really getting a bunch of the Afterbirth plus things, so... In that sense, I'm really just... getting the full experience of, oh, I don't really need to work that hard. I'm just trying not to take damage like that, yeah. Should I go back for that heart? On the one hand, I kind of like having full health because it makes me feel safe and secure, but on the other hand, it's so boring, isn't it? It's not very exciting to go all the way back a floor to get one blue heart. But if that one blue heart causes the end of me, boy, then I'll be crushed. My life will be in ruins, and this video will never see the day it comes online. But we do see the secret room, which is unlikely in a floor like this where you can't actually see the map. We get some extra energy, we get another range down, become a little bit larger. I'm drowsy, which definitely does something. I think that one... I forgot there was a heart here. I think that one was like... it just makes all the enemies go a bit weird for a bit, right? That seems right. Did I always have Abel? This run is... I'm lost. I'm very lost right now. I don't remember most things from this run alone. At first I was just limiting it to Isaac, but I apparently have lost all memory. But that's okay. We're still making it through. Still nothing to worry about. As long as we make it to the boss room, with the items I have right now on the second floor of this, then we'll make it to Hush. Otherwise, you know what? That's fine. We'll just try to get somewhere at the end, and sometimes you just gotta deal with it. Not every run is a Hush run. Especially when all these enemies are around and just wait for you to wiggle around and waste so much of my precious time. I forgot I didn't have flight anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tired. It's a weird situation for everyone. That's why I'm repeating myself extensively during this video. I have lost all communication skills, and I'm trying to rebuild them through the power of the Binding of Isaac. Because clearly that would be the best tool to try and learn to speak again as a human being. Because it's safe. It's comfortable. This is a very comfortable game, if I had to describe it in any way. Back in the day it would have been Spelunky. These days it's this thing. Because for some reason, you can just go back to it a year later and nothing seemingly has changed. I think they were still making like a new DLC for this at some point as well, right? Like I do vaguely recall people working on this again, but I haven't looked into that in a minute. And I'm curious if I were to Google this right now, what I would find. Am I really that much happier about energy opposed to being drowsy for a bit? Probably. I'm drowsy seems like an item that's not very useful in most cases. Especially since we have a minute and a half to reach the boss on the second floor, so it's unlikely we're gonna reach Hush. Because I can sort of imagine that having it during the Hush fight might actually be pretty okay. Because there's a lot of enemies and stuff in that fight, and also just a lot of like bullet hell stuff, and having it just be a little bit calmed down every now and then is probably not a bad idea. Yeah, sweet, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Let's see if we can make it to Hush in 1 minute. You never know, maybe this teleports me immediately. It did not. Well, if we use this, and then we take this, and we get the tower, that was my last shot, I think. If that specifically was the Emperor card, I would have strongly considered it, but unfortunately. Outside of bombing the, well, either bombing my way to the boss, which I don't feel like doing, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to do it. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try and bomb myself to the boss. I have Curse of the Maze. Are you serious? You know what? It's just not a Hush run. It's not happening. When it be like that, it be like that. You know, there's nothing you can do sometimes. And sometimes the game just doesn't want it to happen, and that's fine. Better luck some other time. This time we're just gonna try and make it to the end. And I'm specifically saying the end as in... Is it called the end? I feel like it was called the end, right? I've literally forgotten all things. All my memory. I have started over as a new person. This is New Game Plus, but in the worst possible way. It's New Game Plus, but in a game which you've never played. So you still sort of figure out what's going on, but for the most part it's like, I don't know. I'm pressing the buttons, it seems to be working out, but none of this makes sense to me anymore. Unfortunate. I was actually pretty close to it as well. That's sad. But that's okay. Maybe one day I'll actually make it into the boss room at least. Whoop. Perfect. A great fight. That is excellent. So, you know what? I'm just gonna say, let's try and kill the blue baby and then call it a day. I don't actually feel like going any further than that. And that's okay. We have a pretty decent build now though. Like especially, I didn't... Okay, I thought this was the follower that gave you basically extra tears. It is not. It's a very different item indeed. It looks completely different as well. I mean, they're both just little demons. So, you know, you can see where I got the confusion. But man, maybe I do actually feel like doing another run at some point after this though, because I'm like, I still kind of know how to press the buttons, but it does feel very new to me right now. Like everything's a little different for me right now, and I'm struggling, but that's okay. I remembered how to do the ball thing at least, so at least we're getting some of the memory back. Slowly but surely we're getting somewhere, and that's at least something. Oh, this is not great. How did I not get hit there? I fully accept it, but through my pure natural skill, but jeez. This seems very unlikely what's happening right now. I fully accept my life as it is. Let's keep going. So I hope everyone's doing okay as well. During what can only be called the time when Isaac came back. Because let's be real. We're all coming back to it now. This is the perfect time to pick this game up again and just really experience why you haven't played it for a while. For some people, it's because it's a frustrating game and most runs end in death. For other people, it's because I did everything and I don't really feel like doing the same thing anymore without a real reason. And I fully understand that because that was my situation as well. Although, I guess I still play the Switch version a lot because it's a new save file, so technically it still is like trying to unlock stuff, but just in a different context. And is it the same? I don't know, probably is. Let's not worry about it too much. Let's try and destroy this Isaac. Immediately take damage. I do wish I didn't have that last red heart anymore, but I had to pick up the halo for the very minuscule amount of extra damage. It was probably better for the tear rate than the actual damage number, but that's, you know, that counts. Personally, the only thing going through my head right now is don't press the left trigger and kill yourself, because I'm keeping my finger off the button. I am terrified the full battle. And slowly but surely we are getting through it, but I can still see myself just mashing that button by accident. And just killing myself. But I think we did it. I think we got through it. And who knows, maybe we'll turn into Guppy in the chest. That's what it's called, not the end. Is there something called the end in this game? There probably is. What is this? Oh boy, I actually don't remember this thing at all. That's actually really fun. Is this any good at all? I have no idea, but I mean the tiers look fun, and that's good. Like, what does this do? It does, maybe it increases my range or something, and maybe my tier rate, but I do actually really like the way this looks. So there you go. I have no memory of ever picking up this item at all. So it's almost certainly one of the Afterbirth Plus items, but man. It's fun to see something new in this game. That actually does make me a little bit more interested as well as check out the modding stuff, because I do know that there is a lot of stuff available on the Steam Workshop right now, and I'm pretty sure there is like various modding things available and various mods that are just complete overhauls almost. So I'm a little bit curious what is even available, because I have not looked into it at all. But at the same time, this is just so cozy. It's a very cozy game to me, and it's just nice, isn't it? This is really, like, it's one of the few games where I can just come back to it as well and just play it for a bit. And I don't know why this game stands out in that way, because I feel like there should be more games. Like, there's so many roguelikes. There's so many. And I come back to some of them every now and then, but this really is the one where I just never really have a bad time going back to it. At most I have like a medium time, and it's unusual. Maybe it's just because I put so many hours into it and it just has this weird feeling of home or whatever. That's where Abel comes. This is the Abel thing. Alright, I figured that one out as well. Look at that. We're all learning again. Slowly but surely, we're getting through this. We're learning all the things available to this game. Oh boy. But yeah, it's always nice to be here again and getting some time to myself and just letting it all loose, going out loud. having a good time. I'm a happy boy right now. And I'm hoping to keep this up in a happy happenstance. I've also considered just like streaming this game, but I don't know. There's, I have this weird feeling every time I think about streaming. Specifically that. Like, I should really just start with it, kind of like how I'm doing this right now. Like, I should just turn on OBS and just do it, not worry about it, and just try and have a good time with it. But I don't know, I always get in my own mind lately when I'm trying to do anything for myself. So maybe this is like a stepping stone to at one point just try and stream Isaac and try and have a good time with it. Or stream any other game for that matter. Because I do recall, like, I had this same feeling about streaming, like, back in the day as well. Like, I was really in my own head until I pressed the start stream button. And pretty much immediately afterward, it was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. I should just do this more often. And then, like, the next day, it would just be the exact same thing again. Like, it's just like, oh, I don't know if I should stream right now. I'm not really feeling that well, and, you know, I don't want to bum everyone out. So it's like, I pressed the strength button by accident, but that's fine. It's a garbage card. But yeah, it's so easy to get stuck in your own mind, and especially... That's also just one of the reasons why I'm doing this right now, I guess. I just want to, like, do stuff again. And I feel like I'm not. So I'm hoping this is like a good stepping stone to finally just feeling, you know, just a little bit more comfortable again. Just, no pressure. No pressure on this singular video that I'm making right now, but, you know, just hoping that it's like, a complete stepping stone to greatness, and that it finally helps me succeed in every aspect of my life. You know, it's just small expectations. No worries at all. And if anything can do it, it is a random video from the Binding of Isaac. That's definitely gonna be the one. But it's all good though. All in all things considered, I consider myself very lucky where I am right now, so I shouldn't have to worry about stuff too much. Definitely not the best, but definitely not the worst either, so, you know, it's happy times. Let's keep going. We're nearly done with this run, probably. I can only imagine that the blue baby fight isn't going to kill me, because, you know, it's not the hardest fight in the world. It's like Isaac, but maybe even a little bit easier. But I am using the book for fun, so who knows. But even the book didn't destroy me. And all in all, that's good enough for me. I'm not even trying to dodge. I am just pushing the attack to the left button, and that's good enough. There we go, we did it. 99 coins at the end. A perfect place to end on. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was quite fun going back to Isaac after all this time. Will I do more of these? I don't know. Maybe. But I'm definitely not promising anything. Because let's be real, even making this video, it took me weeks, probably, of like, I should record a video again. And when I say weeks, it might have actually been a month or months, where it's like, you know, I always had a good time recording, and then I like get everything set up, and it's like, it's probably not gonna be as good anymore. It's too easy to get stuck in your own head, man. It's no good. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We have a win streak of 1. So again, perfect planning on my part. And I hope to see you guys next time, or another time, or whatever. Bye-bye.